I'm trying to be a great husband, but I failed. How do I build trust when trust was lost? Well, I'm going to try to answer that question. You know what? We all are trying to live this out as being a Christ follower. We're trying to be good, and sometimes we miss the mark, and that's okay because we're not perfect. And maybe we lost trust with our spouse due to whatever decision that we made. But it's not too late. There's a movie back in the early 2000s, and it's super inappropriate, but I remember watching it, and it was something called The Circle of Trust. And depending on how you behave, you're either in that circle or out of that circle. And a lot of times there's decisions or things that you do that makes you get out of that circle. Sometimes it's not as extreme as an affair. It could be that you're belittling them all the time so they can't trust you with their feelings. It could be all kinds of different things why they don't trust you. There are 3 things you can do to try to regain trust with your spouse. Number 1 is communication. Number 2 is being transparent and honest. Obviously, be honest. And number 3 is set accountability. And if you don't do those 3 things, it's going to be hard to regain trust with that person. A lot of times people don't know how to communicate. In fact, one of the top reasons for divorce in America is because of lack of communication. We have to learn how to communicate. And if you don't know how, obviously you're not going to see any fruit from it. So read books about good communication, constructive communication. Even read books about debates. I love debates. Believe me, I love debates, but you don't want to debate your wife, right? And even in a debate, the goal is not for the other person to have a wall go up. The goal is for the other person to be persuaded to believe or to at least understand your point of view. And so if you're speaking in such a way where that person shuts down, then you suck at debating, right? Debating is not always wrong. It's learning how to use the right words so that you respect and live a culture of honor with each other. So you got to learn to communicate. Number 2, be transparent and be honest. Tell them about your day every moment. Hey, you know what? There's this girl that got my eye, and you know what? I just rebuked that thought and I kept going. Or I drove by a bar and I was so tempted to go in there, but I said no because I'm clean. Or whatever vice, whatever it is that caused you to lose trust, be honest about your thoughts when those things happen to your spouse. That's how you're going to gain trust, is by communicating with them with honesty and transparency. It's going to get to a point where you don't have to do that because the trust is back. But in the beginning, make sure you communicate and you're just honest all the time. And you better not get caught again in a lie because you're going to start to ground zero. And the third one is accountability. This is when I would say get a third party, someone you can trust, a friend, a family friend. Get somebody that you know, maybe someone from your church that know your life and hold you accountable, whether it's accountability on your device, accountability on tracking you where you're going, accountability on your emails or your computer, whatever it is, set accountability. Find ways to say, hey, I want to make sure I am accountable of my actions, or anytime I speak to you in this way, you're allowed to call this person or you're allowed to say this thing or whatever it is. You have to be held accountable. And when you're held accountable, they know, oh, then there's correction, right? And so if you're able to communicate well, you're able to speak honestly and be transparent, and you're able to have accountability, then you'll get closer and closer to trust. And remember, love does not equal trust. I can love you, but I don't have to trust you. I love my kids, but I don't trust them. And the most obvious thing, the fourth bonus, is read the Word of God and fill yourself up with the Spirit of God, and you will gain the trust back from your spouse.